So, as we all know, the Dojo podcast is dedicated and is in loving embrace and connectivity to the culture, to Minnesota sports, to being a Minnesotan. It goes down and deep into our blood and veins. And we know the love of basketball runs deep throughout this beautiful state. But I got one thing to tell y'all. Go ahead and get off them roads. You want to know why? LaMelo Ball is in this team. What do you mean? LaMelo Ball is on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Okay, all right. So, first, I have to give some condolences to some of the guys. First, as I say, thank you, Naz Reid. I remember I met you once. I had one conversation with you as you were walking down to play baseball at my university. Very cool, very chill guy. I asked you, did you always know you're going to the league? He said, I know it. It's written in the stars. That was the type of vibe that he was giving me. And I said, you know what? You're one of them ones. Big Jelly, we will miss you. Nasri, I almost got that tattooed on my body. You are the heart, the soul, the tweed cross tweeds. I have not seen a big guy move in such hilarious, consistent facets. I watched this man drop 80 pounds? He dropped like 50 pounds and turned into one of the toughest 6'11" 3 guards that we've seen since Kevin Durant. You have put us in such a, and I don't even want to skip out on the fact that your defensive upside. I have not watched a guy play so many different roles, be willing to do so many different things for a team. If it wasn't offensively, if it was defensively, if it was being the point of defense. He was guarding ones, bro. He was guarding ones and fives. You don't see that. But I digress. It's going to be it's going to be so hard to say goodbye to Nas Reid. But that's beyond the point. So we lost out on Nas. And we kind of just jumped Julius Randle in Brooklyn and said, get out of here. We don't even want anything back for you. If anything, we just want some picks so we can flip them into making it something beautiful. I got him. But yeah, good luck in Brooklyn, buddy. Oh my God. They really pulled up and said, yeah, we need that salary back. We need every penny to make our team usable. And I get it. But let's take a step back and talk about this team's build and how this looks for us going forward. Okay, first off, the combination of LaMelo Ball and Anthony Edwards is going to be insane because let's talk about LaMelo first. He is the perfect point guard for what we need on this team. Scratch that. That's only kind of true. You know what? Let's talk about LaMelo Ball as a basketball player. He's able to bring in chaos and make something of it. But the main problem is he's a chaotic individual in and of himself. And the way that he likes to play the game of basketball is not just loose and fun and chaotic and all these other different terms of endearment and confusion, but it seems like he truly does not care what happens next, and he's not thinking about what's gonna happen next. And when you have a point guard that is skewing towards the offensive side, or is skewed towards the ability to make highlights, but not just the highlight aspects of the game. He is an offensive mastermind because there's only a few players that come around every few generations that changes the way a team is able to play the offensive side of basketball. Because first we have Steph, where he's able to change the game in the fact that his gravity will force you to react to what he does. But the thing about LaMelo Ball, due to his ability to facilitate, he makes everybody not only more willing to catch rebounds, to catch oops, to sprint, to run, to actually play the whole game through, because you're going to be moving so fast because you got a guy that loves to sprint and push the pace and is so creative that if you think he's not going to hit you in the corner, everybody be ready, because the ball can get swung to you no matter where you are. You could be trailing him as he's bucking it to try and get a layup. He will just throw it off the backboard and it will hit you at the 3-point line, and you just got to be like, oh. And do we need that type of chaos when we already have a team that is designed well enough to create offenses of their own? Yes, we will need a spur of extra offense immediately. Because one of the things that you notice, especially when it came to these past, like, honestly, all the way to Karl Anthony Towns, or even back when we had Cat, I've noticed the offense goes from being Anthony Edwards centric, where it's him penetrating, him shooting a lot of shots, him taking a lot of jumpers, and he is physically trying to drive the offense for it to become respectable. But the main problem when that comes in the playoffs, you're able to not only put your best defender on Anthony Edwards, but you're able to shrink the floor in the sense that everybody needs to be on a string offensively for when you pass it, to pass it right away and set up someone else and have them be willing to attack off the to be able to attack on the offside of the ball. And attacking the weak side of attacking the weak side of the court is important, but it's important to have the key players that are able to actually capitalize on that type of play. And when we faced against the Nuggets, we were capitalizing immediately, because guess what? Our team was crazy. Is crazy. Especially since we have the redundancy of having a slashing guard. I think we have So Anthony Edwards, slashing guard. Terrence Shannon Jr., slashing guard. Ayo Dosunmu, slashing guards. Jaden McDaniels could slash on the weekend. Nas Reed was able to slash on the weekend. We had so many guys that are able to slash on the backside to make them have to react. But I'm glad that we finally have another guard that can at least hold, and not even just hold, but to amplify the offensive game. Because one of the problems that this Timberwolves team had, we kept being forced to trot out elder statesman Mike Conley. Even though he's reaching LeBron James in age, being forced to trot him out to try and stick defense or at least slow us down, it's going to be a double-edged sword, because we needed a point guard a lot of times through these past 3-4 years. Because when you have a point guard, if you have a point guard, you have to figure out what type of play style do they skew towards, right? Because I was talking about playmaking the other day, and I realized it's not even so much that we need playmaking and facilitation. We just need a guy that's not going to make mistakes. And that is few and far between, especially when the league has switched away from having true point guards, true CP3, Tyrese Maxey type of true points, where they're able to limit the amount of turnovers and mistakes, and they've been forced to try and adapt this game and push away shooting guards, where you have a lot of combo guards that are supposed to be intact with doing the facilitation as well as the scoring of the 1 and the 2. Let's look at Devin Booker. And forcing all these 2 guards to be masquerading as the 1 is not really that good for your team, because now you have, especially for Minnesota, because we tried to do the whole Devin Booker thing, that didn't really work, and then we are realizing Anthony Edwards is not James Harden, and that's a conversation that a lot of GMs need to realize, because they had this problem with a lot of wings. Because I remember when LeBron was truly LeBron, that 2018, that run right there, where we said, you know what? If you are a big, Go ahead and get some guard skill, buddy. The Ben Simmons of the world. They try and force Giannis to start becoming a point guard. You start trying to have all these forwards learn how to not only facilitate but handle the ball. But we always ran into the same problem with threes where even though you are big and you actually have a handle and yada, 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 you do not have a tight enough handle to be able to facilitate and not get blown by when you're facing little guys or smaller guards, as we see in this 2026 NBA Finals with Jalen Brunson completely hooping everybody on the Spurs since no one was able to be quick enough to stay in front of him. But let's go back to the Timberwolves. The most important part for this Timberwolves team is how are we going to be able to use Rudy Gobert? Will LaMelo Ball be able to work with a Rudy Gobert type, like archetype of player? And are we going to be able to run when we do not have Rudy Gobert on the court? Because guess what? Naz Reid was our big. Julius Randle, he was one of our bigs. So now, especially last year, it pissed me off so frequently where we were running Julius Randle at the 5 consistently and trying to force him into this mold where he was bigging and banging with all the bigs in the league. But it's like, brother, I know I'm 6'8", 6'9", but I can't keep doing this. This is not good for my body. And now, not even to mention, I am also taxed with playing a big role. I'm the second leading scorer on this team, but now you're having me play the 5. Let's be serious. Let's be real. So we're going to need to figure out where we're going to go to be able to get another 4 or a 5. And I'm thinking if Mitchell Robinson is willing to take a very big pay cut, come over, baby. I'd love to see you. Obi Toppin, come hang out with us for a little bit. You know, just come on. Because if you can get a serviceable 4, this Timberwolves team, I can't see them not at least making it to the Western Conference Finals.